Hello everyone, Vera here, and welcome to Dearest Models, where I'll be looking at previous model projects in detail. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the show. Murdoch wasn't a project I'd actually intended to do initially. The plan was to get one of the Pornby Murdochs, but of course that ended up being discontinued, and quite honestly I didn't really fancy paying over $1,000 to get one. And realising I'd have to make my own if I wanted him, the search began. And in 2016 I managed to find a Bachmann 9F single chimney, right ender and everything second hand on a place called S&J Models. I won't lie, I was not very ambitious in the slightest. Once the model arrived and I tested it out, I slapped on a face from Atomi Murdoch, added nameplates from Narrow Planet and called it a day. And he stayed like this for quite a long time. And fun little story, during this time I'd take him to model exhibitions to run on a layout belonging to my model club, and basically whenever kids saw him they would always mistake him for Hero. But I mean, to be fair to them, they wouldn't even know who Murdoch was, let alone recognise him in a different livery, so it's kind of understandable. In 2019 however, everything changed. On Twitter I'd seen Sudrin Railway Model had posted his own Murdoch, which is absolutely stunning, and it kind of made me realise mine's kind of trash and he could really use some sprucing up. First of all, he received a much better face from our Nakiyoshi Murdoch. Next, I wanted to change up his livery, so I rubbed off the BR early crest using some T-cut on a cotton bud, and I replaced that with the BR late crest. However, this really wasn't what I was looking for, and then the solution hit me: lining. And this was going to be my first attempt. So as you can imagine, it went surprisingly well. The idea came from his TV model, which of course had lining, just in different colours, and after some research I found that the Great Central Railway had actually done up their 9F in a BR lined black, and that basically just sealed the deal for me. I ordered some BR lining transfers from Fox, a sheet for the engine and a sheet for the tender. Now the tender ones, they come ready-made in the square for each specific tender, and I thought that should be easy enough, but surprise surprise, I tried lifting them off the sheet and placing them on the tender instead of like dragging them directly over, and they shriveled up together beyond the point of recovery, and that was quite the lesson learned from that. The transfers on Murdoch himself were generally much easier. I just had to cut them to the right length and drag them into place. And once another set of tender lining arrived, I put those on and voila, he was gorgeous. But not for long! He wasn't finished just yet, oh no. I sent him away to the weathering works, and no prizes for guessing what for. He came back not too long after, with screw-link couplings fitted, and there he is. That's Murdoch, all lovely and beautiful. On a side note, the Bachmann 9F is just an absolute unit. Literally whatever I give Murdoch, he just does not struggle at all, to the point where I don't actually know what his limit is, but who knows, one of these days I might find out. Well, that's about it for this video guys. Thank you very much for giving it a watch, and if you want to, you can check out my Twitter, I'll put the link in the description below, and I'll see you next time. Bye!